Good afternoon. I'm Stephen Toop, and I have the honor to serve as President and Vice Chancellor of the University of British Columbia. Please join us in the singing of O Canada, led by our University Marshal, Professor Nancy Hermiston, Director of the Opera and Voice Program at the UBC School of Music. We pause for a moment to give thanks, spiritual and temporal, for the blessings we share in this wonderful world, this great country, this blessed province, this splendid university. And we respectfully acknowledge the traditions and customs of the Okanagan Nation and its people on whose traditional territories we are gathered today. We give thanks for these proud students, their families and friends on this most happy occasion. Please be seated. Madam Principal, distinguished colleagues, honored guests, members of the UBC graduating class of 2014. What a great day for you graduates. I know that you've worked hard and you've had some fun, I hope, and now you're ready to take on the world, or at least a part of it. But I can't help but feeling a bit sorry for you too. After all, if you listen to too much talk radio or you read the blogs of too many self-appointed opinion leaders, yours is a generation of university graduates set to face an employment crisis. The CBC recently called you Generation Screwed. I'm sure you've heard all the tired tropes. You're all about to become baristas or gym attendants. If you have a Ph.D., you're likely to be driving a taxi. You don't have any skills, but you expect too much. Canada needs only job-ready technicians who will fit pipes and run heavy machinery. Well, I have one message for you today. Forget all of that. You are going to prove the naysayers wrong. Your generation is going to carve out lives and careers that are meaningful to you. Maybe not in exactly the same way that your parents did, but you have every opportunity and responsibility to make your own distinctive mark on our society. Why am I so confident in your positive trajectory? Well, first, because you've already made one of the most important decisions of your life, choosing to go to a university. Get past the stale anecdotes about baristas. Look at the facts. Students with a university degree consistently have greater success in finding and retaining employment than those without a degree. Across Canada, university graduates have the lowest unemployment rate of any education group, including those in trades and apprenticeship programs. University graduates also have the highest wages. Now, don't get me wrong. There is nothing wrong with choosing a technical vocation if that's where your passion and talents lie. Our world needs people who are good at their jobs and care about their work no matter what employment group. But don't be misled by false claims that you were choosing unwisely in choosing university. You are making the choice that tens of millions of people who have made throughout the last century and this, knowing that the very best way to create opportunity and social mobility is through a university education. I'm also positive about your prospects because you are collectively savvy. You applied to university in record numbers, having worked hard to get here. You've chosen programs that fit your passions, where you're most likely to succeed and explore your full potential. You've resisted the temptation to think too narrowly about what is immediately marketable, knowing that education is about citizenship and about enriching your spirit as much as it is about getting a job. You're not bound by rigid ideas of what you can do with your degree, and you're right about that. Careers and lives today are unpredictable, ever more so than before. Change is endemic. Ex-Google CEO Eric Schmidt studied engineering. The CEO of Bloomberg Media studied theater. Astronaut Marc Garneau studied science. The dean of Harvard Law School is an education grad. Financier George Soros studied philosophy. So did English comedian Ricky Gervais. You want your education to prepare you for jobs that haven't even been invented yet. That's why you've increasingly demanded that your programs include opportunities for developing practical and analytical skills. That's why so many of you have pursued co-op and internship opportunities, gone global, developed leadership skills in clubs and student government, undertaken community service learning. You've known that so much of your growth in university happens outside the classroom. On sports fields, in residences, in protesting something that worries you. Yes, even in the well. Finally, I have confidence that your prospects are bright because you have learned so much over your time at UBC. I'm not thinking about the details, the formulas, the theorems, the theoretical approaches, or the data. I'm thinking about what you've learned about you and about the myriad possible places for you in our world, about the ways in which you can make a difference for your families and our society. As I step down later this month as president of UBC, I do so with enormous confidence, confidence gained primarily from watching you. You know far more about the world than did my generation of graduates. You're less caught up in following a narrow set of paths to success. I think that you're more willing to take risks. All right, one or two of you may end up working as a barista, but only for a while as you figure out how to make the world better. Thank you for what you are going to make happen. And congratulations. I'd now like to invite Professor Deborah Buzzard, Deputy Vice Chancellor and Principal of the Okanagan campus, to make remarks and introduce our other speakers.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chancellor. And to the graduating class of 2014, congratulations, you've all made it. I suspect there are one or two of you sitting out there who are surprised to be here, but you are. Today marks a major milestone in your life. Graduation from university is a tremendous achievement. Indeed, one of life's most challenging and rewarding pursuits. I want to take a moment to encourage you to think back on everything you've learned during your studies here. You have all developed a new level of expertise in your chosen field and will no doubt put that knowledge to use in whatever path you take in life. But for a moment, think beyond your specific area of study and consider all of the ways you've grown and developed during your time at UBC. You've refined your ability to take in and process information. You've learned critical thinking skills and new ways of thinking about a problem and the many possible ways to solve it. These are the types of skills that a university education brings regardless of your field of study. From today on, you will have in your possession a UBC degree. From here on out, when you tell people you are a UBC alumnus, be it an employer, a co-worker, a friend, someone you meet anywhere in the world, you'll be letting them know all of these great things about you. Because a UBC degree doesn't just demonstrate your tenacity or qualify you for a job. It prepares you for a lifetime of thoughtfulness, of perception, of rationality, and to contribute to your community. In my view, these are the true hallmarks of citizenship. As you leave the university, I encourage you to also cherish and maintain the relationships that you've made here. As powerful as your UBC education will be throughout your lives, I can assure you that you will turn to your friends and mentors far more often than to the chapters you reread just before the midterm or all the papers that you wrote. Use your skills and knowledge, but also draw upon the network that you have and keep building them. As a member of UBC's network of more than 300,000 alumni living and working in over 120 nations, you already have an extraordinary social network that includes you. Life will change by deliberate plan and by surprise, but you can be confident in your capacity and your resilience to not only cope with change, but to thrive in a world where little remains the same for very long. Careers can take many turns. I am the granddaughter of a coal miner. I was born in the north of England in a small mining town. I was privileged to go to university where I was able to study plant science and later plant genetics, and I enjoyed a wonderful and amazing career for me as a plant breeder, breeding strawberry varieties. Who wouldn't enjoy that? But here I am today as principal of this wonderful campus of UBC and a remarkable community of scholars. My family and I simply could not have imagined that kind of a journey. And you have those kinds of transformative journeys ahead of you. With your education, you leave here prepared to adapt to whatever life brings you. Use all of the assets your degree has given you absolutely to the fullest. Be tenacious, be flexible, be bold, be open to new opportunities. Indeed, seek them out. Be prepared to pursue paths you didn't anticipate, you couldn't even imagine, because there will be many more of those than the route that you might have planned out today. You have heard the UBC motto, Tuum Est. You see it written on the walls around campus. It means it is yours, or it's up to you. And now, indeed, the world and the future are yours, and it will be up to you. So on behalf of the University of British Columbia and the entire Okanagan campus, I congratulate you on your achievements and wish you every success. Well done, class of 2014. I'm pleased at this time to call upon Jessie Chopa, member of the graduating class, to make remarks.
President, honored guests, and fellow graduates, it is an absolute honor and privilege to stand before you today in representing the faculties of Education and Management on a day in which we gather to celebrate our academic achievements. Graduates, your arrival to this campus just a few short years ago came at a time in which much of the history on this campus had still yet to be written. The establishment of UBC here in the Okanagan in 2005 and your arrival shortly thereafter presented an incredibly unique opportunity to not only create a university experience all your own, but to also leave an impression that would last far beyond your years spent here. And over those years, whether you knew it or not, you would begin to write the first few pages of history here at UBC Okanagan. With every 8 a.m. class you somehow found the strength to make it to, with every midterm and final you managed to survive, and every extracurricular and level Thursday you somehow found the time for, another page was written. Your dedication in the classroom over your years here has since vaulted this institution to the academic forefront in Western Canada and beyond. While your hard work, creativity, and enthusiasm outside of the classroom has brought about new clubs, events, and competitions that have helped to create a vibrant community on this campus. Which is why I feel today is much more than a celebration of our academic achievements. It is also about celebrating our achievements in building the community here at UBC Okanagan and in laying the foundation for the future of this campus. To commemorate these achievements and the time we have spent here as the class of 2014, a stone tablet will be placed in the main courtyard by Alumni UBC, a gift symbolic of lifelong ties, with new tablets being placed year after year as a lasting tribute to every proud alumnus who once worked and played here. And while we gather here to celebrate and reflect on our achievements, it is important that we remain forward-looking. Graduates, you have transformed the community here at UBC Okanagan through the skills and qualities you not only brought to this campus, but have since refined here. Those same qualities and skills are needed in the new communities you will now find yourselves in wherever your life may take you. And there is no reason that you cannot be the catalyst of positive change elsewhere, just like you have been here over your years here. As for now, today, we put pen to paper one last time as the class of 2014 in writing the final passage of our chapter here at UBC Okanagan. Congratulations on your tremendous achievement, graduates. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jesse. What a wonderful way to look back at those years. I now ask Professor Cynthia Matheson, Provost and Vice Principal of the Okanagan campus, to introduce the Award for Teaching Excellence and Innovation.
Thank you, Professor Buzzard. It is my great pleasure to introduce the Award for Teaching Excellence and Innovation. This award, including a $3,000 prize, recognizes outstanding teachers at the Okanagan campus as nominated by students, faculty colleagues, and alumni. The award highlights the importance of teaching in creating an outstanding student experience. At this time, I would like to announce the recipient of the Senior Faculty Award for Teaching Excellence and Innovation, Dr. Susan Crichton. Dr. Susan Crichton is an associate professor in the Faculty of Education. Since joining us in 2011, Dr. Crichton has made substantial contributions to teaching excellence within the faculty, across our campus, and indeed around the world. She has been a leader in designing the Innovative Learning Center here, which is a groundbreaking facility having a positive impact on innovative uses of technology, not only in the Faculty of Education, but also with many businesses and education partners in the region. She is leading collaboration with Okanagan College and School District 23 to consider effective ways to recruit and educate students to become teachers in the areas of trades and technology. In addition, she serves on the Provincial Rural Education Advisory Committee, the Bachelor of Education Faculty Committee, the Graduate Program Council, and numerous other education-related communities here at UBC Okanagan. Maker Day, held last November, is yet another example of her commitment to advancing innovation in education. Students are introduced to design thinking, inquiry, and experiential learning through small group design challenges. Maker Day brings together the local technology development community, academics from across our campus, local educators, and students to make innovative models addressing social problems. She is an internationally recognized authority as well on the application of technology to enhance learning in diverse and challenging contexts. This expertise is shared here at home and through her role as visiting scholar at the Institute of Educational Development at Aga Khan University in Tanzania and in Pakistan. Please join me in congratulating my honored colleague, Dr. Susan Crichton.
Thank you very much, Professor Matheson, and congratulations, Susan. Will the candidates for degrees please rise? Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I have the pleasure of presenting the candidates for degrees who have successfully completed their studies and fulfilled the condition that the university has set for them. The Okanagan Senate of this university recommends them to you for the degrees that will be announced by a representative of the faculties. As each degree is officially conferred, the Dean of the Faculty, and in the case of graduate students, the Dean of the College of Graduate Studies, will congratulate the student. Sean Hawkins and Raya Wariak, members of the alumni community, will present each student with an alumni gift. The candidates will please be seated.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I have the pleasure of presenting to you the candidate for the degree Doctor of Philosophy, James Thomas Barnaby. Dr. Barnaby studied relations between the Government of Alberta and the province's universities under Premiers Lougheed, Getty, and Klein. By analyzing policies that tried to balance university autonomy with accountability to government, it became evident that bottom-up policy development worked, but top-down policy development did not. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I have the pleasure of presenting you the candidates for the degrees Master of Education. Patricia Douglas. Patrick Erickson. Erin Rebecca Louise. Shauna Mundane. Rhonda Peterson. Lauren Nicole Valise. Oops, right.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I have the pleasure of presenting to you the candidates for the degree of Master of Management. Brian Kelly Bergvinson. Catherine Alicia Semenoff. Amy Walker. Man Wang.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I have the pleasure of presenting to you the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Elementary Education. Kylie Nicole Anderson. Navraj Ryan Ajuli. Tian Marie Boychuk. Andrea Bridger. Matthew G. Burke. Christy Sethkis. Kelsey Elizabeth Chase. Stephanie Chase. Brianne Cripwell. Carmen DeRoche. Shauna Foster. Morgan Kathleen German. Lucy Halliwell. Janine Hill. Joshua Norman Irving. Laurel Kristen Jensen. Christine Ann Johnson. Alexa Kennedy. Melissa Denise Coos. Sarah M. Lampert. Lisa Legree. Brady Scott Lowe. Victoria Margaret McKenzie. Damon McDonald. Allison Mano. Megan Miklos. Carrie Lynn Malaret. Brian Nakrash. Jessica Navu. Stephanie Robin Joan Osler. Parvina Kar Pengali. Alyssa Parfit. Tess Perry. Bailey Radley. Kenneth Leonard Earl Reed. Janice Riley. Janice. Rochelle Catherine Robillard. Deanna Roxo. Deborah Ann Sandberg. Caitlin Patricia Schellenberg. Annika Siemens. Keaton Lindsay Sim. Chelsea Dawn Sladen. Chantel Stoner. Carly Tarrant. Bradley Teagan. Marlissa Nala Vicchio. Sharon Wills. Amanda Zwagstra. Edith Bonnet. Sarah Irving. Andrew McKellar. Ryan Warren Baptiste. Constant Alida Chapman. Adam Derek Favre. Jacqueline Ray Grote. Jennifer Leslie McPherson. Julie Linda McTaggart. Tiana Marlene Beck. Stephen Fisher. Erica Stewart. Chad Albert Ackerman. John Charles Hawkins.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the pleasure of presenting to you the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Management. Lindsay Adams. Samuel Olufemi Adanetkan. Sanam Amid Hozor. Shivek Anandan. Deepak Baga. Kush K. Bakshi. Daniel James Ballingow. Larissa Jolene Barano. Adrian Bartlett. Christine Burlin. Sarah Jessica Bradshaw. Scott Ronald Bowman. Sarah Jane Brower. John Can. Andrew Thomas Carmichael. Sydney Chan. Thomas Chorney. Jerry Chu. Vanessa Clark. Jasmine Kalinj. Jessica Connolly. Paige Evelyn Contantinescu. Scott Courtney. Rosalind Mara Jane Davidson. Sissy Dung. Namrita Kaur Dhaliwal. Sharan Danand. Priya Dinsa. Jenna Doré. Justin Druitt. Philip Elland. Nicole Brianne Fedke. Brianne Marie Formosa. Avalon Friesen. Michael Kiyoshi Fry. Jonas Fung. Jamie Rianne Gagnon. Jared Wade Faber Gehring. Joey Gidda. Colin Gill. Joel Goddard. Amber Deanna Gordon. Gordon Gruchik. Michael Guidi. Brett Haney. Ian James Harris. Grace Hassel. Sarah Christine Hayes. Jilian Her. Yinghua He. David Helgeson. Tegan Hessler. Alyssa Horn. Tanner Hogan. Madison Inglis. Christopher Janowitz. Ryan Jansen. Rajanpreet Jaswal. Jared Kadziolka. Emerson Kosha. So-Young Kim. Ran Kolkand. Daniel Kwok. Senti Lau. Hufong Lau. Rita Del Carmen LeBlanc. Karen Eleanor Lemire. Amanda Brittany Lepholtz. Lisa Lee. Tianyi Lee. Lori Sai Lu Lee. Yuk Lee Lee. Jeremy Robert Lizog. Matthew Lukic McConnell. Ed Dane Jr. Medi Mongi. Ross Donald McNabb. Joseph Mahler. Laura Danielle Marcolin. Amelia Meyer. Christopher Maisie. Kaylin McKenzie. Cynthia Minear. Kazim Mohammed Ali. Christina Morgan. Alexander Eng. Tarandeep Nijar. Macarena Nunez. Bennett Charles Henry Oswald. Andrew Pallets. Robert Paul. Adam Perry. Robert Edward Person. Harrison Pettit. Rochelle Ann Price. Blake Pridham. Kishan Raja. Spencer Raypold. Shailin Mikasa Reed. Garrett Allen Riffle. Sydney Robinson. Justin Matthew Ronnie. Jessica Russo. Miguel Samia. James Edward Schaefer. Danielle Shaven. Laura Scott. Nataporn Seri Delert. Mitchell Sheridan. Jesse Chopa. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the pleasure of presenting to you the recipient of the University of British Columbia Medal in Management, the head of the graduating class, Jenny Sherry Smith. Stephen Alexander Sonchen. Christian Ryan Stobie. Robert Soufflet. Catherine Ann Suter. Nolan Tom. Tone Tran. Yaming Tsai. Curtis Tsi. Go ahead. Samantha Van Buren. Frankie Wienbos. Harmon Martin Verbruge. Brittany Verissimo. Connor Wayne. Pilar Alexandra Wallace. Shell Wang. Jennifer Elizabeth Wusin. Taylor Bruce Wilson. Brittany Wong. James Wright. Yu Hong Wu. Guanhua Yi. Kelvin Young. Reina Zaremba. Michael Zayonsi. Rosanna Zhang. Feng Zhu. Cody Allen Clifford Bell. Simon Bullock. Andrian Gatu. Ryan Thomas Horn. Eugene Mack. Dhruv Medapalli. Ahmad Warwick. Xiaoyi Wu. Emily Braun. Matthew Chong. Felicity Johnson. Julia Norman. Haley Perrant. Ricardo Andre Serrano Toledo.
For those graduates who have just crossed the stage today, and for all those who were unable to attend today's ceremony, with respect to the appropriate degrees as shown in the program, I hereby admit you. Will all of you graduates please rise? It's been my great pleasure to meet and congratulate each member of today's graduating class. You've all invested a great deal of determination, fortitude, and hard work in obtaining your degree. And now, just as you graduate, this would be the perfect time for you to turn around and show your appreciation for the support of your parents, family, and friends by giving them a big round of applause. Having crossed the stage today, you are now members of the Convocation of UBC. You are in good company. Since UBC began granting degrees in 1916, more than 300,000 women and men have crossed a stage just like this one to receive their degrees, and have gone on to build our communities and shape our society. As alumni, your relationship with UBC begins anew. You can maintain your voice in the affairs of UBC through your elected representatives in Senate, by mentoring today's students and by participating in UBC's many volunteer opportunities here and abroad. And as lifelong learners, you'll always be welcome to come back and take a course or two. I encourage you to stay involved and be part of the future of this great university. You have so much to offer UBC, as it still has much to offer you. To Amest. Please be seated.
Thank you, Mr. Vice-Chancellor, and welcome to a whole gang of new alumni. Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, this brings our ceremony to a close. I hope you've all enjoyed it as much as I have, and that all of you will be able to join us for refreshments, which will be served immediately after this ceremony in the courtyard. We ask the guests please to remain in their places until the academic processions have left the building. Thank you all for joining us today. I know you will join me in congratulating one last time the amazing class of 2014.